Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as some of you may have seen from my previous video, I am in Japan with my mom and sister for Chinese New Year. So I decided to take them to fly with Singapore Airlines. However, due to some technical issue, the first leg was delayed. That means that when we catch our second leg of the flight, our luggage couldn't make it in the same time. So that's why you see me here wearing just like a thin jumper. That was what was available in my carry-on suitcase. So I have no big jumper with me because that was in my check-in suitcase. So lesson learned, next time I will always make sure that all the essentials are going to be with me when I'm flying any long haul or connecting flight. Anyway, here we are. The next morning when we wake up, the first thing we did was to head towards the airport to get our luggage back. Luckily with this Singapore Airlines, they were kind enough to give us an allowance of, I think it was $180 or $120. I can't remember the exact amount now, but yeah, that was the amount that they compensated us. And here we are, got our luggage back. It felt so nice to be able to see them again, and we were so hungry at that point, and we decided to just have some sandwiches from the vending machine, and they were probably the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. They were just so good. So here I am in my big puffer jacket again, and with our suitcase, it's time to head back into the town. So by this time, half a day was already gone. So we were initially gonna go to like Nara and stuff, but yeah, because of this hiccup, we had to just skip that and do other stuff. So while you're traveling in Kansai area, I highly recommend you to get this like Kansai pass. We got it on the Klook app, but I'm sure you can get it anywhere else. But it just made it so much easier to travel around Kansai area, because with just one pass you can get on the train, the bus. It's just very convenient, and it's very well connected. Like as you can see, many places that we go in Japan, we only use public transport because taxis are just notoriously expensive. One other thing I will also highlight is that in Japan, you'll be walking a lot and there will be a lot of staircase. And in this case, I'm traveling with my mom who's nearly 70 and she don't have a good knee. So we had to constantly try to find any way with like a lift or like an elevator, which surprisingly, they do exist, but they just in some really hidden spots in the train station. And here we are having our next meal. So at the time of the recording, that was our reunion dinner day. So that was the day before the first day of Chinese New Year. So we were just walking and see this place that looks pretty good, and it was pretty busy. So we decided to give it a go. One thing I would say that in Japan, you can have like a list of like must eat and like all the restaurant that you want to go and visit and stuff. But because it's so big and they are very hard to find, so I would say that just come with an open mind, have something in your head like what sort of food that you want to eat, but don't be too particular about that specific restaurant. Otherwise you just be like spending too much of your time try to look for that one restaurant, and you're gonna miss the fun of being spontaneous. And to be honest, so far from the only 2 meals that we had at this point, everything was just beautiful. Everything was done beautifully, and they present really well, and they taste really good as well. And surprisingly, I find Japanese food, like in Japan anyway, they are really well priced. Like it's very affordable compared to like, you know, like countries like Australia, US, or even like South Korea. I find like food in Japan are very affordable and very delicious, very high quality and very well made. Definitely worth it. So at the time of recording, which was early 2023, like you still have to wear face masks everywhere you go in Japan, especially in public transport. But even then, even on the street, like most people were still wearing face masks, even though it wasn't mandatory at the time. And I think it's a good thing as well because like it really helped to stop the spread of like the viruses. And to be honest, when it's that cold, because we went in the middle of like winter, like having a face mask actually makes your face feel warmer. It is annoying when you have glasses, but other than that, it is pretty comfortable. And as you can see in like all this video, like Japan, when it's like peak hour, like the trains can get really packed and congested. So here are some of my random memories from one of the convenience store. So if someone were to ask me like what's your favorite memory of Japan, I, without any hesitation, will tell them that it's gotta be their convenience store. I mean, you can pretty much just live in a convenience store because like their food are just so good, like so good. Like you have anything that you can think of. You can have like the karaage, you can have the ramen, you can have like the don stuff, and then you also have like your, you know, the instant noodle. Some of them even have like real pieces of like pork in them or meat in them. All kind of snacks that you can think of, like the variety are just endless. And if I really had to pick one food from the convenience store, it has to be like the egg sandwiches. And depends on who you ask, they will tell you that, you know, like certain convenience store have the best egg sandwiches. But for me, like they all just taste so good. Like you just can't go wrong with any of like their egg sandwiches. I don't know what it is. Like the bread are just so soft. Like the egg are just so tasty. Like, oh, I can just taste it by just reminiscing about it now. Wow. 望一下哦，人山人海。来了。根本走不完的你。哦，新塞巴西 ，the famous like shopping street. So the first day of Japan didn't go exactly as what I had initially planned, but on the other side, I am glad that we got our luggage back, and the rest of the day was pretty fun. So yeah, I'm happy that we made it and we are here in Japan, and I'll see you guys during my next video. Bye.